It left me without a second thought. It was nothing more than a memory he discarded. And now, here he is, standing in front of me, with that same arrogant smirk, as if nothing happened. Lily, I need you back, he says. I laugh, but the pain inside is too real. You walked away once, Ethan. Don't come back begging now. Back my heart betrays me. Why does his presence still make my pulse race? Why is it still so hard to hate him? He took control of my life after him. He built it back from nothing. But there is one thing he don't know, no matter how badly I want to fall back into his arms, I can't. Not after everything. Not after what he did. His words hit me like a wave. eBay changed, Lily. Please, give me one more chance. I wish I could believe him. But how do I forget what he did to me? I force myself to step back. No. Not this time, Ethan. You had your chance. My heart shatters with every word, but I can't let him see that. Not anymore. His face falls, but there is still a fire in his eyes. He's not giving up. And I wonder if I'm strong enough to keep fighting this. The man who destroyed me is the one asking for redemption. But can he really change? I hadn't seen him in over a year, and now there he was, standing in front of me, looking the same, yet completely different. His eyes were filled with regret, but I couldn't ignore the fact that he was still Ethan. The man who once shattered me. I told myself I was done. No more. But that voice, that damned voice, still haunted me. Please, Lily. I'm not the same man I was. His words hit me like a punch to the gut. I wanted to believe him, but how could I? The man who left me with nothing now wanted me back. I couldn't let myself fall for it. Not again. But he wouldn't back off. Every time I tried to push him away, he came closer. I won't give up on you, he says, his voice low, almost a whisper. My chest tightens. I can't let him in. I refuse to be his second choice. He turned to leave, but then he grabs my arm, stopping me in my tracks. Please, just let me prove eBay changed. I do anything, Lily. Anything. He jerked my arm free, my heart pounding. You can't fix what's broken, I spit out, my voice shaking. But the look on his face, guilt and desperation, makes me pause. Was I really this weak? My mind screams at me to keep walking, but my body betrays me, lingering for just a second longer. That was all it took. I turn around and meet his gaze. You never have me back, Ethan. Not after everything. His eyes burn with determination, but I see something else there too, something that makes me doubt everything I thought I knew about him. What if I was wrong? I hadn't expected to feel this way, weak, conflicted. But as I turn away from Ethan, the sound of my heels on the pavement echoes in my ears, a steady reminder that I'm supposed to be stronger than this. It can't get under my skin anymore. It can't make me care. He moved on. So why does my heart still race when I see him standing there, looking at me like that? I can't shake it off. The thought of him haunts me, and I can't pretend it doesn't. I'm not going to give in, no matter how hard my body wants to. I keep telling myself the same thing. You don't need him. You're better off without him. But then the phone rings. It's a number I don't recognize. Lily, comes the voice on the other end. I freeze. It's Ethan. I've been thinking about what you said. You're right. I was a fool for leaving you. I made mistakes, but I'm not the man I was. His words hit too close to home. It sounds genuine. But does that even matter? Can I really trust him? My stomach twists. Stop calling me, I say, forcing my voice to stay steady. But the second I hang up, I feel like I've just made the biggest mistake of my life. I told myself he'd move on. So why does his voice still haunt me? Why can't I just forget him? I can't stop myself from wondering what if he really has changed. I can't breathe. The phone call still lingers in my head, playing over and over. Ethan's voice, desperate but somehow genuine. Please, Lily. Don't walk away from me again. I slammed the phone down. Telling myself it's over. But is it really? The silence in my apartment feels too loud, like it's echoing his words. I made my decision, and I have to stick to it. There is no room for doubt. Then my phone buzzes again. A message from Ethan. I stare at the screen, hesitating before I open it. Asterisco, I'm not giving up on you. Ella be waiting, asterisco, my stomach churns. The last thing I need is for him to keep holding on. I have to be stronger. I have to let go. But what if he really has changed? What if he's right? What if we could start over? My thoughts spin. I hate how easily he can still get inside my head. I need space. I grab my coat and step out of my apartment, desperate to clear my mind. But when I walk into the coffee shop, I freeze. There he is. Ethan. Sitting at the corner table, looking up at me like he has all the time in the world. My heart skips. This can't be happening. I turn to leave, but is already on his feet, walking toward me. I told you I'm not going anywhere. His voice is calm, but his eyes burn with an intensity one can't ignore. I take a step back, my mind screaming at me to run. What do you want from me, Ethan? I whisper. He steps closer, his hand brushing mine. A chance. Just one. I can't believe it. There he is again, standing in front of me, unyielding as ever. I told him no. Repeatedly. And yet, there he is. Jure impossible, I whisper, my voice barely audible over the hum of the coffee shop. Etan's eyes soften, but he doente back away. I know, he says, his tone calm, almost gentle. But I'm not giving up on us. Not now. No te ver. His words hit harder than I care to admit. I cross my arms, feeling the walls inside me begin to crack. You don't get it, do you? I snap, struggling to keep my composure. I don't need you. I've been fine without you. His gaze doente falter. Then why do you still look at me like you want to believe me? I freeze. My chest tightens. It has no right to say that. I don't, I lie, but it tastes bitter on my tongue. It reaches out. His hand brushing mine, sending a shock through me. You do, Lily, he says quietly, his eyes locking with mine. You still care. I can see it. His touch lingers for a moment, and I want to pull away, but I can't. My heart races, betraying me. Stop, I manage, pulling my hand back. This isn't happening. I turn to leave, but then his voice stops me again. I'll wait for you, Lily. No matter how long it takes. I don't respond, but his words echo in my mind as I walk out. Was he right? Do I still care? Or am I just too afraid to admit it? I think I can put him behind me. I think walking away will give me the peace I need. But each step I take feels heavier than the last, as if something is pulling me back. Yet they expected him to be right. I still care. But I can't let him win. Not after everything. I shove my phone into my bag, trying to forget the message he sent, the way his voice still haunts me. But when I get home, there is another text. Asterisco ella be at the park tomorrow, same time. Ella wait, asterisco my hand trembles as I read it. It's relentless. I know I should ignore him, but the thought of him standing there, waiting for me, gnaws at me. I slam my fist into the couch, frustrated with myself. Why is this so hard? The next day, I tell myself I won't let go. I'm done. No more running back. But as I pass the park on my way to work, my eyes instinctively dart to the bench where I know he'll be. My heart skips. I can't help it. I have to know. I turn around and walk toward him. Ethan looks up when he sees me approaching, and the smile on his face is too much. I knew you'd come, he says softly, like he's been waiting for this moment forever. My heart clenches. You shouldn't they have, I whisper, my voice barely a breath. He stands, taking a step closer, his gaze intense. But I'm not leaving, Lily. I'll wait as long as it takes. I can't breathe. His words hit harder than any rejection. Could he really change? I don't know how I ended up here, standing in front of him again, my heart pounding. His words echoed in my mind all night. Asterisk ella wait for you, Lily, but it wasn't just that. It was the look in his eyes when he said it, the vulnerability I hadn't seen before. He tried to move on. He told myself I could. But here I am, inches away from the man who once tore my world apart. I told you, you shouldn't be doing this, I say, my voice shaky. Isn't doente move. He just stands there, watching me like he has all the time in the world. I know what you said, he answers, his voice low. But I can't let you go. Not like this. His words are like a slap in the face, and yet they don't hurt. They make something stir inside me that I thought was long gone. I turn away, trying to fight the overwhelming pull, but he steps closer, his presence wrapping around me like a storm I can't escape. You don't have to do this alone, he says, his voice pleading. I'm not asking for everything. Just chance. Y stop. The words are simple, but they hold so much weight. A chance. What does that even mean? Could I really trust him again? Was I willing to risk my heart again for him? He turned to face him, our eyes locking. You're still the same, Ethan, I whisper. I don't know if I can forgive you. He takes a step forward, his voice steady. Then let me prove it to you. And just like that, I'm trapped again. But the question lingers in the air between us, can I really let him back in? He stands there, frozen, as his words echo in my head. Asterisco, let me prove it to you, could he really? Could he change after everything he'd done? The same Ethan, the one who walked away from me when I needed him most, is now standing in front of me, asking for a chance. I want to walk away. I tell myself I should. But the way he looks at me, like I'm the only person in the world, makes me hesitate. Why now, Ethan? I whisper. Why after everything? Why are you suddenly here? He takes a step closer, his presence overwhelming. Because I'm tired of losing you, he says, his voice raw. I don't care what it takes. I'll wait for you as long as I have to. My heart twists. I want to believe him, to trust that is sincere. But can I? You say that now, but what happens when it gets hard again? I ask, my voice trembling. What happens when you get bored or frustrated? Do you leave again? He shakes his head, his eyes intense. I'm not going anywhere, Lily. Not this time. The sincerity in his voice almost breaks me. You say that, but words are just words. He reaches out, gently brushing a strand of hair from my face, sending a shock through me. I know, he says softly. But I'm not asking you to trust me right away. I just want the chance to prove it. The words hang in the air, and something inside me, something I can't control, makes me want to take the chance. But the fear of getting hurt again holds me back. Can I really let him in again? Will he really stay? I'm starting to crack. I can feel it deep inside, just one more push, and I might cave. Ethan's eyes are unyielding, like he's not going to leave until I give him something. I can't let that happen. He won't. I can't just forget everything, I whisper, my voice raw. You don't understand what it's like to be the one left behind. Ethan's face softens, and I hate how easily that look tears through the walls Eve spent so long building. I know, he says quietly. And I'll spend the rest of my life proving I'm not the man I was. The sincerity in his voice almost makes me believe him. Almost. I shake my head, stepping back, my chest tight. I can't do this. Not again. I turn to leave, but then is there, blocking my path. Please, Lily, he says, his voice full of desperation. I'll do anything. Don't walk away from me again. Anger surges inside me. How can he still do this? How can he still make me feel like this after everything? You think just asking for forgiveness is enough? I snap. You think I'm supposed to just let you back in? His gaze holds mine, steady and unwavering. I'm asking you for a chance. Not for everything. Just a chance. I open my mouth to respond, but nothing comes out. My heart pounds, and for a moment, I feel everything inside me tear. Could I really give him that chance? Am I ready to risk it all again? The silence between us feels suffocating, and in that moment, I'm not sure if I'm going to say yes or walk away for good. I can't breathe. Every word he says feels like it's wrapping around my chest, squeezing harder with each passing second. I'm not asking for everything, Ethan says, his voice low and desperate. Just a chance. A real chance. I want to scream. I want to tell him to stop making me feel this way, stop pulling me back into the mess of us. But when I look at him, when I see the rawness in his eyes, I can't help but hesitate. God, I hate how much I still care. My heart races, my mind scrambling for any reason to push him away. But the truth is, I can't come up with one. Nope, really. You don't get it, do you? I whisper, stepping back, my voice trembling despite my best effort to stay strong. I can't just forget everything. I can't pretend like it didn't happen. Ethan steps forward, his gaze never leaving mine. I know you can't. But I need you to believe me. I'm not the same guy who left you. I prove it to you, Lily. I shake my head, feeling the walls I spent so long building start to crack. I hate this. I hate the way he makes me feel like I'm the one being unreasonable. The tears I fought to keep in check threaten to spill over. I don't know if I can trust you again, I admit, my voice barely a whisper. He reaches out, his hand brushing mine, sending a shock through me. Then let me show you, one step at a time. I wait as long as it takes. I pull my hand away, my chest tight with the weight of it all. I'm not ready. But I don't know how much longer I can keep walking away. Just when I think I might break, my phone buzzes. A message. From him. Asterisco, I won't they give up on us, it's all I need to hear. Or is it? I can't stop looking at my phone, the message from Ethan staring back at me. Asterisk, I won't they give up on us, the words feel like a lifeline, and yet they terrify me. Isn't they letting go? No matter how hard I try to push him away, he keeps coming back, over and over, proving just how much he still wants me. But why now? Why after everything? I pace around my apartment, running my hands through my hair, trying to shake the overwhelming feeling that I'm making the wrong choice by not giving him a chance. It hurt me, left me broken, and I fought so hard to put myself back together. The last thing I need is to fall back into that chaos. But then I remember his face, the way his eyes looked at me when he said wait. It wasn't the same arrogant look he had before. It was raw, desperate, as if he was willing to do anything to make things right. My heart twists painfully, and I can't help but wonder if he could be telling the truth. Could he really have changed? I grab my coat and storm out of the apartment, my mind spinning. The streets feel too quiet, the night too still. I need answers. I need to know if I can truly trust him again. When I reach the park, there he is, waiting. Again. His eyes lock onto mine, the same fire in them. Lily, he whispers, stepping closer. I'm not going anywhere. Not without you. I don't know if I'm ready to forgive him, but the question burns in my mind. Is it too late for us, or is there still a chance? I stand there, frozen, watching Ethan. Hasn't they moved? His eyes are still locked on mine, unwavering, full of hope. I hate how much I want to believe him. You're really not going to give up, are you? I ask, the words coming out sharper than I intend. He shakes his head slowly, a soft smile tugging at his lips. Not until you tell me to leave. His voice is steady, confident, but there's a vulnerability behind it that I can't ignore. It makes everything inside me ache. I take a step forward, feeling the weight of the moment pressing down on me. You don't understand. I can't just forgive and forget. What you did to me, I trail off, unable to finish the sentence. Ethan takes a step closer, and I don't move away. His presence, the way he looks at me, feels too real. I don't expect you to forget, he says, his voice soft. But firm. But I'm asking for a chance. A chance to make things right. My heart pounds. How can I trust him again after everything? How can I let myself go down this road when I'm not sure where it leads? I close my eyes for a moment, trying to breathe, to clear my head. But the pull between us is undeniable. I can't promise you anything, I whisper, the words slipping out before I can stop them. But I'll try. I'll give you a chance. Ethan steps closer, reaching out, his hand brushing mine gently. That's all I need, he says, his voice thick with emotion. But as he takes my hand in his, I still can't shake the feeling that something is holding me back. Am I making the right decision? Or am I just setting myself up to get hurt again? The moment his hand closes around mine, I feel a wave of relief rush over me, followed quickly by doubt. Am I making the right decision? Ethan squeezes my hand gently, his eyes softening as if he can feel the weight of my uncertainty. Thank you, he whispers. I don't answer right away. I just stand there, letting the cool breeze move around us, the tension between us thickening. I don't know if I can fully trust you yet, I say finally, my voice steady even though my heart pounds. But I'll try. Forse. Ethan's face lights up, but I still can't shake the nagging feeling in the pit of my stomach. I'm not asking you to trust me right away, he says. I just want the chance to prove I've changed. Enough, feeling the enormity of his words. It isn't just about me. It's about both of us, our past, our mistakes, and whatever future we could build if I allow myself to believe in it. But what if I can't? What if I let myself fall for him again, only for things to fall apart once more? Before I can say anything else, my phone buzzes in my pocket. I pull it out, frowning when I see the message. It's from my boss, asking for an urgent meeting. The timing feels wrong, like I'm being pulled back into the chaos I had just started to leave behind. I glance at Ethan, seeing the hope on his face, and the world feels like it's balancing on an edge. I need to go, I whisper. His hand loosens from mine, but his eyes never leave mine. Will you talk later, he asks. Enough, turning to walk away. But the question burns in my mind. Am I really ready for this, or am I walking into another mistake? The meeting is everything I don't want it to be. My boss, Mr. Hamilton, is sitting behind his desk, looking more stressed than usual. Lily, we need to talk about the new project. You've been making waves lately, good waves, but I need to know if you're fully committed. His words hit me harder than I expect. Am I committed? I had been. But everything is shifting. My heart isn't in the office anymore. It's with Ethan. I force myself to focus. I'm here, Mr. Hamilton. What do you need from me? A gives me a sharp look. I need your head in the game. And frankly, if this distraction with your personal life continues, it might cost you. My stomach drops. This is it. The crossroads I wasn't prepared for. Ethan came back into my life, but I built my career. I can't lose that. Understood, I say, trying to sound confident, even though the words feel hollow. After the meeting, I sit in my car, my hands trembling on the steering wheel. Ethan's face flashes in my mind again. Is waiting for me. Waiting for me to decide. But what if I can't balance both worlds? What if choosing him means losing everything else I worked for? I take a deep breath, gripping the wheel harder. I have to make a choice, but I'm not sure I'm ready. The question keeps ringing in my head. Am I ready to trust him again? Or am I just setting myself up for more heartache? Before I can answer, my phone buzzes again. A text from Ethan. Asterisco, I'm here. I'll be waiting. Please come, asterisco. His words feel like a pull I can't escape. Will I give him a chance, or will I let fear control me? I can't shake the feeling that I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, about to either fall or finally take control. Ethan's message keeps replaying in my mind. Asterisco, I'm here. I'll be waiting. Please come, asterisco. I have to make a decision. I worked so hard to get to this point in my career. Can I really throw that away for him? The thought of losing everything I built terrifies me, but the thought of losing him, of never knowing what we could be, is almost worse. I take a deep breath, staring at the screen of my phone. told myself I wasn't going to let my personal life get in the way of my future, but Ethan is making that harder with every passing minute. My hand hovers over the send button, but I hesitate. Then my phone rings. It's my boss again. Lily, I need that report by the end of the day, and we have another meeting in an hour, he says, his voice all business. I glance at the time and realize I am running out of time in more ways than one. I hang up, my heart pounding. Ethan is waiting for me, but my boss is counting on me. The pressure of the two worlds collides, and I can't breathe. What am I supposed to do? I stand up, grabbing my coat, still unsure which path to take. But as I walk toward the door, the uncertainty claws at me. Am I making the right decision? Will I regret not choosing him, or will I regret choosing him? I have no answer. But I know I can't keep running from the question. As I step outside, the wind hits my face, sharp and cold, reminding me that whatever I choose, it has to be now. I arrive at the park, my heart pounding, and there he is, standing just like before. Ethan looks up as I approach, his face lighting up with relief. You came, he says, stepping toward me. But there's something in his eyes, something I haven't seen before. I knew you would. I want to scream at him, tell him how conflicted I am, but all I can do is stare at him, trying to breathe through the storm inside me. I'm not sure I can do this, I say, my voice shaky. Ethan's smile fades, replaced by concern. You don't have to have it all figured out right now, he says gently. I'm not going anywhere. But you need to know that I'm here for you. We can figure it out together. I shake my head, the weight of everything pressing down on me. It's not just you. It's everything. My career, my future. I've worked so hard for this, Ethan. I don't know if I can risk it all. Ethan takes a step closer, his eyes intense. I don't want to be a distraction, but I also can't stand the thought of losing you. His voice cracks slightly. I never ask you to choose between us. But I need you to trust me, trust that I'll never leave you again. The words hit me like a freight train. Is he really the same man who walked away from me before? Can he really be trusted again? My heart is torn. I don't know if I can believe you, I whisper. Ethan steps back, but his gaze never wavers. Wait. Wait as long as it takes. But I can't shake the feeling that something isn't right. And as I look away, trying to push the doubt from my mind, I hear a voice behind me, the voice of someone I never thought I'd see again. My heart stops. It's him. The last person I ever expected to show up. What does this mean for Ethan and me? I turn, my heart slamming in my chest, expecting nothing more than the quiet part. Instead, there he is. David. The man I never thought I'd see again. My mind races. I haven't spoken to him in months. His sudden appearance feels like a slap in the face, pulling me right back into a past I worked so hard to leave behind. Lily, David says, his voice cold but familiar. We need to talk. Ethan notices the shift immediately. He looks between us, his expression hardening. Who is this? He asks. I take a step back, trying to steady myself. The weight of everything feels too much to carry. David, I whisper. What are you doing here? David's eyes flick to Ethan, then back to me. I'm here to fix things. To tell you that I made a mistake. He reaches for me, his hand just inches from mine, but I step back instinctively, feeling a cold wave of panic wash over me. Ethan's posture stiffens, and I can feel the tension between them. I want to explain, but I can't. There are too many emotions swirling inside me, old feelings for David that I never fully dealt with, and the raw, vulnerable connection I am trying to rebuild with Ethan. Lily, Ethan says, his voice quiet but sharp. Who is he? To you. I open my mouth, but no words come out. The past I buried is suddenly thrust back into my face, and I have no idea what happens next. Will I let David back in? Or is Ethan right? Am I really ready to start fresh with him? I stand frozen, caught between two worlds. David's presence brings back so many memories, good and bad, and now, with Ethan standing beside me, the weight of everything feels unbearable. I can feel Ethan's eyes on me, sharp with confusion, jealousy, and something else I can't quite place. David, on the other hand, is calm, almost pleading, as he steps closer. Lily, he says softly, I know I screwed up. I've been thinking about us, about what we had, and I want to fix it. I want to shout, to tell him to leave, but I can't. The past is too close, too fresh in my mind. I turn to Ethan, searching his eyes for some sign that he understands. But he isn't there looking at me the same way. His jaw is clenched, and his eyes are colder than I've ever seen them. I didn't they expect this, Ethan mutters, taking a step back, his voice tight with frustration. I thought we were moving forward, Lily. I glance between the two of them, confusion and pain rising in my chest. I never asked for this, I whisper. I didn't they want any of this. David takes another step, his voice lower, more intense now. Lily, I'm sorry. I was wrong. We can still make it work. Ethan exhales sharply, his patience finally snapping. No, Lily, he says, his voice cutting through the tension like a knife. I won't they let you go back to him. You can't keep living in the past. The words hit me harder than I expect. Am I really ready to leave the past behind and fully embrace the future with Ethan? Or is there something in David's apology I can't ignore? Just as I open my mouth to respond, I see something in David's eyes, something I hadn't noticed before. A secret. And suddenly, I'm not sure Eve made the right choice. What is he really hiding? The tension in the air is suffocating. I can feel both Ethan and David watching me, waiting for me to make a decision. The words I need to say feel stuck in my throat. David, I start. My voice trembling, why are you really here? David's eyes flicker, and for a moment, I see something he isn't saying. He takes a step forward, but I hold up my hand, stopping him. You're not telling me everything. His expression hardens for a split second, but then he covers it with a forced smile. Lily, Eve made mistakes, but I'm trying to fix them. I want us to have another chance. His words feel rehearsed, like he prepared for this moment for far too long. But something in the way he speaks doesn't sit right with me. Ethan takes a step forward, his eyes burning with anger and concern. You don't get to come back into her life like this, David, he says, his voice rough. She doesn't need you anymore. I look between the two men, my heart pounding. David is standing there asking for another chance, but Ethan is also standing his ground, his words filled with pain and conviction. I've never seen him like this before, vulnerable, but so certain that he can't lose me again. I need to know the truth, I say, my voice barely above a whisper, looking at David. What are you hiding from me? David's silence is deafening. Ethan's eyes narrow, his hand reaching for mine. He can feel the weight of the decision pressing down on me. Am I about to make the biggest mistake of my life, or is the truth finally about to come to light? David stands in front of me, silent, his eyes a mix of defiance and something else, something I can't quite read. My heart pounds, my mind racing. I can feel Ethan beside me, his presence a reminder that I am not alone in this, but the pull of the past is strong. You're not saying anything, I press, my voice sharp. What aren't you telling me? David shifts uneasily, his gaze flicking to Ethan before returning to me. His lips part as if he's about to speak, but no words come out. The tension suffocates the air between us. Ethan's hand brushes mine, a grounding force I hadn't realized I needed. I won't let you do this, Ethan says, his voice low and firm. Don't let him manipulate you, Lily. His words are like a lifeline, but they also push me further into a corner. David lets out a sigh, finally breaking the silence. He never meant for it to get this complicated, he mutters, his eyes shifting uneasily. But I wasn't the one who walked away from us, Lily. You were the one who left. His words strike deeper than I expect. I did leave, left to protect myself, to rebuild, but hearing it put that way makes it feel like I abandoned something. Someone. I turn to Ethan, seeking reassurance, but all I see is the storm in his eyes. Don't listen to him, he urges, his grip tightening. You don't need to go back to someone who's never been honest with you. The silence between us grows unbearable. What am I really afraid of? The past? Or losing Ethan forever? I take a deep breath, facing both of them. My heart is in pieces, but one question lingers. Am I ready to trust again, or am I about to make the biggest mistake of my life? I stand there, caught in the crossfire between two men, two lives I once lived. David's words echo in my mind, heavy with the weight of our shared history, while Ethan's presence feels like a lifeline, pulling me toward the future. I don't know which path to take, but I can't keep standing in the middle. David, stop, I say, my voice trembling despite my best effort to stay strong. You can't just show up and expect everything to go back to how it was. David's eyes darken, but he don't back away. I'm not asking for everything, Lily. Just a chance to make things right. We had something real, and I can't just walk away from that. Ethan steps forward, his jaw clenched, eyes locked on David. You don't get to just waltz back into her life and pretend you didn't hurt her. You lost your chance when you walked away. I look between them, feeling the pull of both. But then, as Ethan's words sink in, I realize something. It isn't just about the past. It's about who I am now, who I'm becoming. I know what you both want, I say, my voice firming. But I'm not the same person I was when you left, David. And I can't keep living in that past. David looks at me, his expression unreadable, before slowly nodding. I understand. But don't forget, Lily, I'm still here. He turns and walks away, leaving me with the choice I've been avoiding all alone. Ethan's hand finds mine, warm and reassuring. But the doubt still lingers, sharp and relentless. Are you sure? Ethan asks, his voice low, full of emotion. Enough, though the question still haunts me. Am I truly ready to move forward? Or is there more to this story that I haven't yet uncovered? The air between Ethan and me is still heavy, but as he holds my hand, I feel something shift. The weight of my past with David, the doubts eating at me, slowly start to melt away. I made my choice. I'm moving forward. But that doesn't mean everything is magically fixed. I look at Ethan, seeing the relief on his face. I can't promise I won't be scared, I whisper. I'm still not sure I can completely trust myself. Ethan gently squeezes my hand, his expression softening. You don't have to be sure right now. We figure it out together. I want to believe him. I do. But something still gnaws at the edges of my mind. David's face. The way he looked at me when I walked away. What if he had been telling the truth? What if I made a mistake by shutting him out? Ethan leans in, his lips brushing my ear. Whatever happens, I'm not going anywhere. His voice is low, full of conviction. But even his words can't fully erase the doubt swirling inside me. We walk in silence for a while, each step heavy with the weight of the past and the promise of the future. But as we reach the end of the street, my phone buzzes. I hesitate before looking at the message, my stomach sinking when I see it's from David. Asterisco, we need to talk. There is something you don't know, asterisco, my heart skips. What is he hiding? And why do I feel like I'm being dragged back into something I am not ready for? I stand frozen, the phone still in my hand. Asterisco, we need to talk. There is something you don't know, asterisco. David's words are like a punch to the gut. What does he mean by that? My heart races, a mix of fear and curiosity gnawing at me. I promised myself I wouldn't let him back in, but the message is like a siren call, impossible to ignore. Ethan, standing beside me, notices the shift in my expression. He reaches out, his hand brushing mine. Lily, what? Is it? His voice is soft, but the concern is there. I want to tell him everything, to explain the turmoil tearing through me, but I can't bring myself to say it. Not yet. It's David, I whisper. He says there's something I don't know. Ethan's face hardens, and I see tension tighten in his jaw. You can't go to him, Lily. Whatever it is, it's not worth it. You've made your choice. I look at him, feeling the weight of his words, but also the pressure of what I still don't know. What if David is right? What if there's something I need to hear, something that changes everything? I don't know if I can just ignore him, I say, my voice shaky. I need to know the truth. Ethan's eyes soften for a moment, but then he pulls me closer. You have the truth with me, Lily. You know I'm not going anywhere. Please, don't let him pull you back into that world. I swallow hard, torn between the man I chose and the man who once meant everything to me. Can I really leave the past behind, or is there a part of me that still needs closure? The question lingers, unanswered, as the door to my past creaks open just a little more. What will David reveal next? The message from David burns in my pocket, the words gnawing at my mind. Asterisk, there is something you don't know. I keep staring at it, unable to decide if I should call him back. Ethan is beside me, his presence grounding, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm being torn in two directions. I'm here, Lily, Ethan says softly, his voice pulling me from my thoughts. You don't have to do this. Whatever it is with David, it doesn't change us. But it isn't that simple. I spent so long trying to forget David, trying to move on. Now his sudden reappearance feels like a sharp reminder of everything I buried. I feel guilty for even thinking about calling him back. But the questions he left unanswered, it feels like I can't move forward without them. Ethan notices the hesitation in my eyes and steps closer, his hand brushing mine. Lily, he says, his voice steady but filled with concern, you don't owe him anything. Don't let him drag you back into something that's already over. I want to believe. I want to walk away from David, to let go of the past and never look back. But something inside me refuses to let go of the doubt. I need to know the truth, Ethan, I whisper. His grip tightens. The truth is right in front of you, with me. You've made your choice. But as I look into his eyes, my heart aches. Is it truly that simple? Can I really let David go, or is there more to this than I know? The phone buzzes again. This time, the message is even more urgent. Asterisco, you need to hear what I have to say, Lily. Don't make the mistake of walking away, asterisco, my pulse quickens. What is David hiding? And am I ready to hear it? I can't breathe. The message from David still burns in my mind, his words echoing like a warning. Asterisco, you need to hear what I have to say, Lily. Don't make the mistake of walking away, asterisco, I have a million questions swirling in my head, but one thing is clear, I can't keep putting off the truth. Ethan stands beside me, his presence comforting yet heavy. I can feel his tension, the way he watches me like I might slip away if he blinks. Lily, he says softly, his hand brushing mine. Whatever happens, I'm not going anywhere. You don't have to do this alone. I know, trying to quiet the storm inside me. But the pull to meet David, to finally put the past to rest, is too strong. I need to go, I whisper, my heart heavy with the words. Ethan's expression falters, and for a moment I see something vulnerable in his eyes. Don't, he pleads, his voice barely audible. You don't need to do this. You're not obligated to go back to him. I turn to him, feeling the weight of his love, of his commitment to me. But the weight of the past is suffocating. I have to know the truth, Ethan, I say, my voice breaking. I need to hear it from him. Otherwise, I won't be able to move on. Ethan's hand drops from mine, his face hardening with resolve. I won't make this easy for you, Lily, he says quietly, his voice cold. But I respect your decision. As I walk away, I can feel Ethan's eyes on my back. The door is closing behind me. But I'm not sure I'm ready to face what lies ahead. Will I regret this? Or will the truth finally set me free? The drive to David's place feels like the longest one of my life. Each turn of the wheel feels like I'm pulling myself further from Ethan and closer to something I'm not ready to face. The message replays in my mind. Asterisk, there's something you don't know, what could he possibly want to say? And why do I feel like I might regret hearing it? When I finally pull up to his apartment, I sit in the car for a moment, staring at the building. A storm of emotions swirls inside me, anger, confusion, fear, but mostly, I feel lost. Lost in the past, in a part of me I don't know if I want to find again. I take a deep breath and step out of the car, the cold air hitting my skin and sharpening my senses. As I walk toward the door, I hesitate for a split second, the weight of my decision sinking in. I left all of this behind. So why am I walking back into it? When I knock, The door opens almost instantly, and there he is. David. Looking exactly as I remember, but somehow different. He says soften when he sees me, and for a brief moment, I see the man I used to love. Lily, he says, his voice low. Thanks for coming. I steady my breathing and meet his gaze. You said there's something I don't know. What is it? David steps aside, gesturing for me to come in. It's not what you think, he says, his voice tinged with urgency. This is about everything, about what really happened between us. I walk in, my heart racing. What did I just walk into? And more importantly, what is David hiding that could change everything? I step inside David's apartment, the familiar scent of old wood and dust hitting me immediately. It feels like stepping into another world, one I tried so hard to leave behind. David closes the door softly behind me, and for a moment, we just stand there in silence, the weight of everything pressing down on us. You don't need to do this, David, I say, my voice shaking despite my effort to stay strong. What is it that you think I need to know? David motions toward the couch. Sit down, Lily. You deserve to hear this. His tone is different from before, gentler, more urgent. I hesitate, but the need for closure is too strong to ignore. As I sit down, David says soften, but I can see the tension in his shoulders. Is struggling with something. I was going to tell you everything before, he begins, his voice quiet, but it wasn't the right time. And I know that doesn't change what happened, but I need you to understand. There is a reason I left, Lily. A reason I never told you the whole truth. I swallow hard, my heart pounding. What do you mean? That's the reason. David runs a hand through his hair, frustration and regret crossing his face. I thought I was protecting you. But it turns out. I was only keeping you in the dark. And that wasn't fair to you. His words hit me like a punch to the gut. What is he talking about? What did he keep from me? Just as the silence grows unbearable, David looks me in the eye. Lily, you don't know everything about what happened between us. There is one thing you've been hiding, and if I tell you, everything changes. My breath catches. What is he hiding? And am I ready to hear it? David's words hang in the air, thick with the kind of truth I'm not sure I'm ready to hear. Lily, he begins, his voice quieter now, I never meant to hurt you, but there is something you need to understand. He pauses, his eyes searching mine like he's trying to decide how much to reveal. I feel my breath catch, my chest tightening with each second that passes. I want to run, to escape the suffocating weight of this moment, but I am stuck, frozen by the unknown. What is it? I finally ask, my voice barely above a whisper. What do you need to tell me? David takes a deep breath, then speaks the words that send a chill through me. You were never the reason I left. It wasn't you, Lily. It was me. I had to protect you, but I made a mistake. I was involved in something I couldn't tell you about. Something that could have torn us apart. The silence between us grows deafening as I try to process what he's saying. I always knew there was more to the story, but hearing him say it out loud makes everything feel brutally real. The ground shifts beneath me. Is this why he left? Is this the truth he's been hiding all along? My mind races, unable to grasp the full weight of his confession. And yet, despite everything, a part of me still wants to know more. What are you saying, David? I demand, urgency rising in my voice. What exactly did you do? David's gaze hardens, and for the first time, I see fear in his eyes. Lily, you're not going to like what I have to say next. Just like that, I feel the walls closing in. What did I walk into? What is he hiding, and how far do I have to go to uncover the truth? David's silence weighs heavily in the room. The air between us feels thick, like the world is holding its breath. I can't shake the feeling that I'm about to hear something I'm not prepared for. You said you were trying to protect me, I say, my voice barely above a whisper, but from what, David? He looks at me, his expression tight with regret. I didn't want you to be involved. There are things I did, things that would hurt you. I thought I was doing the right thing by walking away, by keeping you safe from all of it. My heart races. What is he talking about? What kind of things? Why are you telling me this now? I demand, my hands shaking. Why not before? Why wait until now? David steps closer, his eyes pleading. Because I couldn't live with the guilt anymore. I know you have a life now, Lily. And I know you've moved on. But I couldn't keep pretending. There is one thing you don't know. One thing I never told you. I hold my breath, waiting for him to speak. What could it be? What secret could possibly matter now, after everything? David opens his mouth to speak, but before he can, the door behind me opens. I turn, and my heart skips a beat. Ethan is standing there, his expression unreadable. What's going on? Ethan's voice cuts through the tension, a mix of confusion and frustration. David steps back, a look of regret crossing his face. Lily. I didn't want you to find out like this. I feel the weight of both men's gazes. On me. The secret is finally on the table. But am I ready for the truth? Or did I just make a decision I can't take back? I stare between Ethan and David, my heart hammering. I asked for the truth, but I wasn't prepared for how much it would hurt. David's confession hangs heavy in the air, but I can't ignore the fact that Ethan is standing right behind me, his eyes searching mine. David clears his throat, his voice shaking. Lily, I was involved in something dangerous. That's why I left. I thought it was the only way to protect you, but I should have told you the truth from the beginning. I feel sick, the weight of his words crushing me. All the unanswered questions, all the pain I carried, suddenly feel like too much to bear. Ethan steps forward, his eyes burning with frustration. And you think now is the time to dump this on her? She deserves better, David. She doesn't need this from her past. David opens his mouth to respond, but I cut him off. Enough. My voice comes out louder than I intend, but the words rise from a place of deep pain. I don't need your guilt, David. I don't need your excuses. I needed the truth, and Eve heard it. But I'm not going to let it define me anymore. I turn to Ethan, my heart still torn. But as I look into his eyes, I realize something. The love I have for him is real. And it's stronger than the fear of my past. I'm sorry, I whisper, my voice breaking. But I am choosing you. I am choosing a future with you. Ethan's expression softens, and he reaches out to pull me into his arms. I've been waiting for you to say that, he murmurs against my hair. In that moment, everything shifts. The past no longer has a hold on me. The future is mine to shape, and I'm not going to let fear dictate it anymore. I feel at peace, knowing that the love I have now, with Ethan, is the one that matters most.